Welcome back to the channel. This is Jeremy with Bod's Exotic Reptiles, and today I'm going to show some of my adults and possibly some of my breeding plans for this coming season. This is my facility. If you've seen my channel before, you've probably seen some of this stuff that I have in here. But this year, my main focus is to build my breeding army. So I'm going to be doing a lot of heterozygous stuff. I do have puzzle, I do have clowns, I have some ghosts, and I just want to make a bunch of some heterozygous things, you know, for the future plans. And of course, a lot of those will have codoms in there as well, so they won't just look like normal snakes. First off, I'm going to show you some of my male breeders. This guy here, picked him up from Sean Bradley. He is a banana puzzle, possibly fire, and I do not know that he has the fire now, and Sean was not 100%, and he was sure to let me know that, you know, when I bought him. But either way, still very awesome looking snake. And he does have some babies in the incubator. Last clutch I have right now. Last season I did have 14 clutches. Actually, you can count this one as 15. And this is from that male that I just showed you, the fire puzzle, banana puzzle, possibly fire, to a fire bee. And cocoa blocks is what you're seeing all over the eggs. I didn't want to sit there and wipe them down. It's not going to harm the eggs just having that on there. It's not mold or anything like that. Just dust from the cocoa blocks. Anyways, 6 healthy eggs. Those are all going to be 100% het puzzles. And if I get any super fires in there, that'll tell me that that banana puzzle definitely carries the fire. Alright. So here's a couple others. I'll show you everything I'm putting that puzzle with. This is a lesser yellow belly female, and the banana puzzle has already locked with her at least once. I think I paired her maybe twice. I don't know. I don't keep records of how many times they pair up. I just write the date down when I did the last lock, and I put them in once a month until I notice a pre-ovulation shed or an ovulation. The other stuff with puzzle, let's do puzzle first. Okay, black pewter. Black pewter, this girl's been off feed for a while, and she is huge. She is locked actually all season. I've been pairing him up with her, and every single time was a successful lock, but she just hasn't gone yet. But she has definitely gotten much bigger in the last month and a half or two, and then she's been off a feed for about a month and a half, so I'm expecting her to do a pre-ovulation shed and then should be ovulating. This is a firemon, also known as a fire cinnamon. She as well has been paired up with that banana puzzle and several locks, and I think she is going to be the next to go. She's already just had a shed, not a pre-shed. I think it may have been a pre-ovulation shed, but we'll keep an eye on her. Pastel butter, yellow belly, genetic stripe. And this girl is nasty. She is definitely a good eater. I gotta open this tub up slow so she knows it's me and not a rat. But she's definitely got some good size on her. She is paired, I believe, twice. But she is definitely pounding food right now. Trying to build those follicles. I believe she's like a 2015. And I bought her as an adult from somebody else along with some other breeder adults. I cannot remember if she was a proven breeder or not. I think she was, but I'd have to check my records on that. Okay. What else do I have that I'm pairing with puzzle? I think that's... I might do the albino. I didn't really make my plans yet for this season. I just know I'm doing a lot of heterozygous stuff to make some hits. Or homozygous to make some hits. This is an albino orange dream girl. And she has just got off of her 1,000-gram wall where she hasn't been eating. She's finally pounding food again. I think she's about 1,300 grams. She's not very long, but she's got, you know, for 1,300 grams, I think she'd definitely be good to go by another month or two. Start pairing her up. And she's, I think she's 2015. Alright. And as far as the other plans for the puzzle, I really didn't make a list yet of what all I want to do with those. So I'm just going to go to some other females and tell you the ones I do have plans for. This is a pewter het pied, which is cinnamon pastel. Definitely size, ready to go. And I've been putting a visual pied banana with her. So, you know, cinnamon banana pies maybe. Pewter banana pies, who knows, we'll see. This girl gave me some killer babies last year. This is a lesser het clown. Just a single gene lesser het clown. But she gave me, I believe, 6 eggs last year as a first-time mom. Let me show you one of her babies. I'll show you 2. She gave me 5 eggs. 2 of them were visuals, and it was het to het. And the other 3 are obviously 66%. Okay, this is a yellow belly clown. One of her siblings. And this one I'm going to be taking to the Tampa show. This one here I'm going to be keeping. I think this one here, the pairings was a lesser clown, which is the female I just showed you. Sorry, lesser het clown. And then the male was a pastel yellow belly het clown. And we ended up getting this guy from her too as well. Which this I believe to be a pastel lesser yellow belly clown. And she looks a little, or he, looks a little dark right now. I think he may be getting close to going in the shed. But yeah, when he just came out of the egg, he almost looked like a blue-eyed Lucy. But that one we're going to hang on to. Anyways, siblings from the lesser clown. This year, I have a visual clown male that I'm going to be pairing. And that's this guy right here. So this guy is going to be going to any of my het clown females. And he is a fire blade clown. So he's going to my heterozygous or my het clown females, which is this lesser here that I just showed you. And is going to be this blade het clown. So maybe I can get some super blade fire clowns or something. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's like 1,600 grams. And then let's see. Oh yeah. I have a clown female here that I've been pairing a pastel desert ghost to make some double hets. And I believe she's ready to shed. I don't think it's a pre-op shed or anything. I think it's just a regular shed. I've paired the desert ghost twice so far. Both times were good, successful locks. This is a Mojave Fire clown female. And this is the Desert Ghost male, pastel Desert Ghost. Blue tape means they shed. I gotta do a whole tub clean. Just haven't done it yet. But look at that guy right there. Nice, bright. So yeah, I'll be making some double het clown Desert Ghost stuff. And then this girl here, she's already carrying eggs. She's got some eggs in her. Probably a couple more weeks for her to drop. And she's gonna have banana pieds or regular pied. She was paired with a banana pied. She's just a regular normal pied female. And a banana pied was paired, so half of those should be banana pieds, the other half should be just pieds. Here's the banana pied. He's very low white. You can see he's got the, you can tell by the pattern, he's got the very low white in the back there, as you can see. And this guy I'm also pairing with a champagne. Boy, I'm just bouncing back and forth. Okay, this is my champagne girl. So, banana pie going with her, so I'll make some banana champagne het pieds. Hey, here's a girl that she should be the size by now, but she's been doing that 1,000-gram wall. She'll eat and then she'll stop for 3 or 4 weeks and then she'll eat. She was doing real good till she hit that 1,000 grams. She is a GHI Phantom pastel. Nice and healthy looking, but she would be so much bigger if she just ate every single week. That's one of the things about ball pythons though. They're sometimes picky eaters. Girl here is a cinnamon, hidden gene loma, yellow belly, possible het pied. But I would say with that little ringer there, she might have the pied in her. Only one way to tell though. Very awesome looking snake though. Okay, the orange belly Russo. This girl, she is gravid, orange belly and Russo, and she did not do her pre-shed yet. She's working on it. She did ovulate on last month on the 14th, so probably within the next week or so she should do her pre-shed. I threw a couple different males in with her. I threw the Super Stripe, which is a Spectre Yellow Belly, the Yellow Belly Complex. Threw this guy in there with her. I threw a pastel Spot Nose Leopard in there, and I threw a, what was the other one? It was a Mojave, Harlem Quinn Mojave, this guy right here. The Harlem Quinn gives it that solid stripe on the back on the Mojaves. Does a little bit of something to the coloring and stuff too as well. So who's your daddy clutch with that one? And then we have this lesser pastel, or super pastel, lesser 100% het puzzle. This girl, she's still growing up right now. She's not gonna go for me this year. I'm gonna wait. I think she's you know what, let's go weigh her. Let's sit her right here. And grab my scale. course, gotta step over the dog everywhere I go. Let's pull her out. She's nice and solid and healthy, but she's just not quite there. Let's see. Yeah, she's only a little over 1,100 grams. Some people would pair this small, but I'm gonna wait till next year. I'm in no rush. Isn't she awesome though? And I did get her from Sean Bradley, along with the male visual puzzle that I got. Yeah. Can't wait to see these babies come out. Obviously everything will be at least pastel. We get the scaleless head. You know, while I'm here, might as well get a weight on this girl too. I don't think she's going to be going for me this year. She is a butter extreme gene scaleless head. Yeah, she's a little under 1,100. So possibly next year. I think she'll be good for next year. And she's a hisser too. Albino het pied. And this girl here, I've been pairing her up with something. Oh man, she's so bright she's messing up the lighting. Okay, there we go. So I've been pairing her up, and she's locked a few times with a het pied. It's actually a pastel Enchi, 100% het candy, 100% het pied. So I'm hoping for some Candino pieds. I'm walking around because I'm trying to find this ladder. And I picked this guy up from Aussie Boyd's as a proven breeder. So yeah, nice. Everything you get from him is always going to be bright. Even when they're not meant to be, they're bright. But yeah, pastel Enchi het candy het pied. And he is going to go with that albino het pied. Okay, let's see. While I'm up here, these are some proven breeders. I got some hatchlings from. This girl's ready to shed. She's a pastel calico, but you can see her eyes. She's deep in blue. No plans yet, because I'm still letting them get their meals, you know, from their egg laying last year. So leopard plus gene, just a regular female leopard, and it's a gene called the plus gene. Don't know much about it, don't know if there's really anything there. I'll find out, I guess. But one thing I did notice is they're a little bit lighter than a regular leopard, and supposedly it influences their siblings. So don't know, we'll find out. Banana pastel. This girl, I don't think she's quite ready yet. I might have to wait till next year with her. Maybe by the end of this season, we'll see. Just get a weight on her. I got the scale out. I only kept her because she was a female. I really have no plans for her. Gotta figure out, you know what, I might put a clown with her, make some het clowns. Yeah, she's not quite there yet. She might be next year. Or maybe late this season. I'd like to try to do all year round, just because you get so many hatchlings all at the same time. Then you're dealing with getting so many mouse hoppers at the same time. I think if you do it all year round and spread it out, it's going to be a little easier. I breed my own rodents, and it's just kind of tough this year because I had 95 hatchlings, and trying to come up with 95 hoppers every single week was kind of tricky for me. I actually had to buy some a few times. Okay, this highway. This is one I picked up from Sean Bradley, and this girl here has been tearing food up. She's doing real well. Let me see. Get a weight on her. She's got a paradox. One little spot right there. So let's see what we got on her. Yeah, she's almost 1,300 grams. Trying to do this holding this camera with one hand. I'm sorry if it gets out of frame a few times. Bear with me. Camera girl's doing homework. Okay, there she is. And I'm not going to show any of my single gene stuff. Butter Ghost. I'm going to get a weight on her. Yeah, she's not going to be ready this year. She's pretty solid. She did her 1,000-gram wall, but she's over that now. She's back on feed. I don't know. Let's see. She might be close. Oh yeah, she's close. I might be able to do something with her this year. Yeah, I really like pied ghost, but I don't like butter in my pieds. So I think maybe I'll put the clown with her. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll think about that one. Let's see, Inchy Pastel. Oh, this is the mom to the eggs that are in the incubator right now. She's a little thin because she just had eggs. I don't know what, 4 weeks ago. She's a fire bee, and she's been right back on food. She got the spider in there. A lot of people don't like the spider, but you know, they do some awesome looking things. And a lot of people don't like the spider because of the wobble, but the wobble, to me, I don't think does anything to the health of the snake at all. I mean, the spiders that I have are some of the best eating. They poop good. They breed. So if they're doing all that, and think about it, they caught a spider in the wild. So it's obviously there's at least been one in the wild that's been thriving, you know. So if they're finding one in the wild and it's lived enough, actually they found two. There was a second one that I heard that they found. But yeah, there she is. The only thing is you can't breed spider to spider, so you can't have too many. I do have some single gene spiders that I actually, when I bought out a collection in the past, and they came with those. So actually this one bred for me. This girl here, just a single gene spider, and she gave me some very awesome looking snakes. The whole clutch, it was banana pastel calico that I bred, and I believe out of 6 eggs, only 2 of them were spiders. Let me go show. Here's one of the spiders here, just a single gene spider. Don't mind tubs. These, I clean them. The next day they pee on the paper and it makes it look really nasty. Yeah, that's a single gene spider right there. You can judge for yourself the wobble and the health of the snake and all that. One thing you could do to see if a spider does have a severe wobble, it's a little trick that I learned from Mike Smith, is you kind of grab them by their tail and you hang them. and then it'll show you the any kind of a corkscrew or wobble or any weird thing that's going on with them. To me, that seems like what a normal snake, how a normal snake would react. And that's that notorious spider that everybody hates. Not everybody, just certain kids that don't know much better and decide to put videos out on YouTube about them and slam them. Look at that. Single gene spider. And he's moving back and forth because my hand is shaking. Well, not that time. Hold them by their tail. No, let me get a regular snake. Actually, here's a normal. Actually, it's an African import that was bred, and this popped out, and this looks just like the African import that came in. But anyway, technically, it's just a normal. Let's see how much different this is than what you just saw. No spider in this. So it crawled through my hand. Okay. And yeah, this is a banded animal. And just to prove that it has no spider, I'll grab another one. Let's see. Let's do a firefly. Grab him by his tail. Obviously, it's not going to do the corkscrew. I think if I held this in my hand, I'd probably be balled up right now. Let's do the spider again. I mean, I guess that would be considered the wobble, or the corkscrew maybe? I don't know. Not saying that spiders don't have that. I can give you a perfect example of one that does. Look at this guy. Yeah, he's just stressed out. He looks like he wants to snap at somebody. Now it's a boy. Camera girl. Just be taking a break. Alright, so I'm going to grab the tail. Show the same thing. This one I think has a little bit of a wobble to it. We'll see. No? Just wants to be a monkey, I guess. Well, let's turn it upside down, see if it can right itself. A little bit slower. That's the other thing they say about the spiders, is you turn them upside down, they can't right themselves. Yeah, of course there is a little bit of a wobble and a little bit of a neurological problem, but you know, some people make such a huge big deal out of some of them, and it depends on the ones you want to, you know, when you do bite spiders, you know, do the tail trick. Some of them are worse than others. Let's get an adult. This is Mama. She's already had her babies, so should be alright to handle. Doing a hiss. Got it by her tail. Let's see that wobble. I'm gonna give her a minute because I just did grab her. Right now she's like, what the hell are you doing to me? Come on, move around, girl. Show us what you got. Just a little tongue flickering. Maybe I need to play with her a little more to get her going, huh? Let's see. I guess you would consider that the corkscrew. Just lay her on her back. Oh, she turned over. Lay her on her back. Well, she seemed to right herself to me. Well, I don't know if I got that on film. Her head went upside down, but that's part of the neurological thing that they talk about. Now that I got her attention. Trying to do this with one hand. Yeah, not too much. I mean, I guess there's maybe a little bit of the confusion there. You know, as she's going up and down. But that's what they're talking about. Now, I will show you one that it's actually my daughter's snake. And she just loved it because of the colors and stuff. It's her pet. But I'll show you one that does have a little bit more signs of the neurological problems that they talk about. And she's actually a pastel genetic stripe spider. But she is probably, out of all the ones I've ever seen, is possibly the worst one that I've seen. She is definitely a good eater though. Very strong feeding response. This is probably the worst. And I don't know. Nothing right now. Some days I'll open up the tub and she'll be like what they call a stargazing or whatever, looking up. I don't know, I'm not seeing nothing so far, not yet. Maybe gotta have her out a little longer to kind of get warmed up. They say when they're handled a lot or stressed out is when they really show the signs. Not the greatest example right now. Let me try putting her on her back and see what happens. Oh, she righted herself. I don't know. You see the spiders. People hate them. There's a little bit of the corkscrew right there. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, this is probably the worst. There you go. That's it right there. So if you are looking for spiders, kind of hold them up, maybe not quite the tail, maybe a little bit in more, and hold them upside down, and then you can see if they're going to have the issue with the neurological problem a little more than others. So, all in all, to me it's not so bad. If they're eating, if they're breeding, if they're pooping, they seem healthy to me. So, in other words, there wouldn't be any of them around. Anyway, that's enough about my rant on spiders. Let's show some other futures things I have for pairing up. This is not a future one. This is one of my male. This is the male banana pied that I've been talking about, that I've been pairing. Very, very low white pied, but definitely a pied. And this is one of my hatchlings that I hatched out last year. It's just a regular pied female, but I like the way she looks. So for now, I think I'm going to hang on to this girl. Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost. It's a female, so she has 2 more years to grow up. I love the Desert Ghost stuff. That's why I decided to jump into that project. I already showed this guy here. He's the male breeder that I have. Pastel Lesser Desert Ghost female. Another 2 more years for this girl too as well. Love Desert Ghost. Red Stripe female. Red Stripe Het Genetic Stripe. there she is. Okay, this guy here, this is probably one of my favorites. This is an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Het Pied. But man, she just glows. I got her from Ozzy. She's doing real well. And she just shed too. I mean, she literally glows. I almost feel like if it was dark and I had all the lights off, she would be the only thing you could see. Fireblade Clown, it's my male. I want to breed him this year. He's about 550 grams. I want to get a few more meals before I start pairing him. You've seen the puzzle male that he's been doing good on everything as far as eating, breeding, everything. Super Mystic. This guy's really cool looking. I've only paired him with one snake last year, and that's with a Mystic to make some more Super Mystics. And I think after I get some out of that, the Mystic male or female, which is here, she's still on pine. Or aspen, not pine. But whenever she decides to give me some eggs, I'll probably end up selling her. I'm gonna eventually do away with all my single gene females and work on some recessives or super or you know, a few codoms on each one. Anyways, I think this video is pretty long as it is. I'm gonna have to do some editing. But thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will continue to do more just because I like doing them. Thank you very much.